Morning, everyone. It is Saturday, November 7th, 2020, 9:30 a.m. The temperature outside is a blistering 52 degrees. That's pretty good for us. Supposed to get up into the 70s today. What am I going to do with myself? Um, so it's decent weather today. Probably get some stuff done. Um, let's see what's happened this week. I can't remember if I talked about my bank last week. So come to find out, water has not been on since 2012. At some point in time in the last 8 years, um, Citizens came through. Citizens is our water and sewer and gas company. Citizens came through and replaced the water main coming down the middle of the street. Um, and because my building didn't have water on, they did not reconnect my water. Even though I've got a newer water meter pit, they did not rehook us up. So took darn near half the week to figure that out. And then I ended up finding another local business restaurant downtown Ollie's. So the owner there, I called him. He'd evidently run into the same situation. He bought a building next door to his building. And same story. Citizens had come through, replaced the main at some point in time while the property was vacant and had no water hooked up. So they did not hook it back up. So he is also facing having to rehook up, and the quotes I'm getting are between ten and $15,000. I'm still looking around. Those were just rough quotes, talking to a couple different guys because they got to tear up the street and they got to block it off when they tear it up, and then they got to put it back to the same standards. It's just not a simple process. So anyway, so I'm still in the process. Is my sound working? I didn't check. Yep, sounds working. I'm still in the process of figuring it out, the whole thing. I did get a hold of that guy, the owner at Downtown Ollie's, and he said that he had contacted a couple of law firms and asked them um, if he could sue Citizens because they were obviously at fault. They should have hooked him back up. But evidently he said it went nowhere. Nobody wanted to do it. So now he's asking me that when I find somebody, can I refer them to him or him, whatever. I'll call him back and give him the name and number. So anyway, so that's kind of a big mess. Um, I borrowed a trailer from a buddy of mine, a double axle trailer. Um, and I bought a 275 gallon water tank um, that I filled up with water. So I'm going to take it out to the property. So that gives me a little bit more time to get this going here. I'll show you a picture of what I've been looking at. Hold on. I got to put this down here a second. We'll just go right over here. So this is where I'm at right now. I got a trailer. I got this big 275 gallon tank. I filled it full of water. And then we'll use that to fill up our, you know, whatever we need. It's not potable water, so it's only good for like mixing stucco, cement, blah, blah, blah. Oh, I thought I had some other pictures I wanted to upload. Um, did I not? No, I did. So, and in other news, I've got this is a wall on the side of my building. And you can see kind of up here it says parking. So there was evidently a painted advertisement on it. But this is a stucco or a slurry that is on the side of the building. It's starting to degrade. You can kind of see here, and it's got big cracks, so it'll come loose. So I'm in the talks of trying to figure out what we're going to do with this. My original intention was to you could actually just like literally stick your hands in and pull some of this away, like right over here. All right, right. Oh, I'm just a little bit off. So you can grab this stuff here and pull it off. So I'm in the process of trying to figure out what I can do. My contractor quoted me 2,000 labor to basically get rid of all the old stucco and then put new stucco up. He quoted me 500. This is labor, 2,000 labor, 500 labor to basically peel off the bad stuff and then come through with just kind of a slurry real quick to just patch it up. So I'm trying to decide which way I want to go. I had originally intended on, I don't have a good shot of the whole side of this property. My original intention was to just paint on the side of the building spouses buying houses, we buy houses sign. So yeah, so I'm trying to figure that all out. I've got measurements on my lot. So I had put in a couple of calls to a couple different companies to buy some storage containers, like 10 by 20s. And then I'm going to rent those out to people. And then I'm going to turn the inside of the property into storage units, I think. At this point in time, that's what I'm thinking I'm going to do. So I got to get a line on buying a bunch of those storage containers. And I saw somebody was selling tractor trailers for $1,500. But then those are dock height. So I don't know if that would be a good idea or not. I suppose I could cut the wheels and legs off of it. Hey, Allison. Hey, Frank. What's going on, guys? So I don't know. We'll have to think about it. Let's see here. So anyway, so today, I've got a couple different properties. I've got one that we took back off of lease. The tenant had been there for 4 or 5 years. And we could watch that video, but the owner I think he's gonna do all the rehab himself, so it's kind of pointless to do the video on that one. I do have another one that we're actually gonna sell. We're gonna put up for sale this week. It's an interesting house. One of my clients bought it, I believe at tax sale, and he has been selling it on contract. And so the tenant buyer, resident buyer, whatever you want to say, owner occupant, she bought it. She's been paying the monthly payments on it. She doesn't know that much left on it. But she's had multiple boyfriends that were all construction guys, and so they've done a lot of the rehab on this property. But some of the stuff, like they didn't put in an HVAC. So it's got a full basement on it, but they never ran ductwork for it. They never ran the furnace for it. So she's been using space heaters. So this is a lower income area. It's not a high property value. It's a 3-bedroom, 1 bath. Like I say, it probably needs a kitchen redo. It probably maybe needs a bathroom. I don't think it needs a bathroom. So, it's a 3-1. Just had a new roof put on it this year. She's done a lot for cleaning up the yard. I was just watching the initial videos. So maybe we'll watch that. I don't think all the videos have fully uploaded yet, though. So we might not have a full assessment of it. So maybe we'll do that one. We'll just kind of run through it, and we'll kind of take it backwards, and we'll run through the numbers. I know what I have it under contract for and what I'm going to try and sell it for. And let me see if I can justify what I'm going to try and sell it for. So, I mean, that one might be pretty interesting. Other than that, yeah, we've got some other properties that we did videos on this week, but those videos haven't been uploaded up fully yet. So I only got partial videos on those. So anyway, all right. Anything else going on with you kids this morning? I got to take my tank and trailer over to my property. I got kind of a conundrum. Here's a conundrum. I got a guy who's been doing most of this work over here at this property. And so he hit me up last night. So we're down to when our dumpster crews came in, they damaged a couple of roof panels. So I called the company back that I bought the roof panels from, and they're like, okay, we'll do a run with that color on Friday or Monday. Well, Friday didn't happen. So anyway, but my contractor's asking me if he can get paid in full. So he's still got some other work there that needs to be done at the property. Um, so he wants to be paid in full on the roof portion of it. And so it's kind of a conundrum because there's other stuff that he's going to be doing over there, and we've already agreed that he'll do those things. Um, and I mean, by and large, he's finished the roof. There's some stuff that he needs to do to tuck point it in, but we're waiting on the water, right? He can't finish the roof because one of our panels got damaged, so I have to get the new panel from the whatchamacallit. So I'll probably hold back a little bit of money on the final roof, and then we'll get it done. I mean, it's just kind of a conundrum because the roof isn't really done because he's got to do some stucco work, right? Where he's got to tuck point in and stucco the inside walls. I think I showed that last week. Let me see if I've got it here. Hold on. Yeah, I can show you. So like here, right? This needs to be stucco. This needs to be stucco. I mean, he's kind of tuck pointed it in. Let me see here if I can pull this out. So this is the start of our roof. That's a front panel on there. So he's already done siding here. He's got to still do the stucco, but we need the water to make the mix for that. These are all the boards that we've replaced, but yeah, so like all in here, this needs stuccoed, but we don't have the water for it. So beautiful, isn't it? But it's looking good now. It's all enclosed in here. He sent me some better pictures of it. Maybe I'll forward those to myself and I'll show you guys those here in a little bit. I gotta download them. Anyways, so all right, so let's get in and we'll look at this property. We'll kind of do it backwards. We will watch the videos. We'll create a scope of work and we'll run some numbers on it, and maybe it'll change my mind about what I want to sell it for. But I doubt it. So anyway, so all right, so let's do this thing. Oops, I guess I got to go back to this. All right, here we go. All right, so let's see what we got here. So let's look at the pictures here. So here's the front of the house. It's got a little front porch here. This has all been really cleaned up. They've removed there used to be a ton of overgrowth here around this property. They've done a lot. They've got a new roof on it. I can't tell if that's green or not. Allie, ask Kyle if that's a green roof or if it's gray. It's got some siding on it, which it didn't have not that long ago. So she's done some more stuff there. Looks like it still needs gutters though. So let me start my list on it. Of course, of course, of course. So there's probably $1,500 to $2,000 in gutters. Maybe not that much. Let's see what we got here. So the siding here, obviously there's no HVAC. There is some little minor siding issues still back here. I can't tell if that's 2 front doors or 2 side doors or if that's just one. Looks like it's 2. So some siding, probably needs some paint. Here's the backyard. Here's an interior shot of the living room. It's got newer flooring down. She got a lot of carpets down around it too. Or, area rugs. Here's a bedroom. She's got paneling here. She's replaced the roof. So this is some cosmetic stuff here that needs to be fixed. It's a hodgepodge of little minor issues. So I've got video on it, so we'll try and watch the video. I'm just trying to get a kind of a, here's a room here. It's had an upgraded electrical panel in. Oh, the roof is green. And there's 2 doors on the side. Okay, thanks, Allie. So we got some missing light globes here. And there's a shower, full shower here. A tile on the one wall, and then it's got the whatchamacallit board in there. Now here's the kitchen. Probably needs a redo on the kitchen, because this is all kind of hodgepodge here. So you probably got, there's 2 feet, then there's a 3 foot, and then there's another 3 foot probably. So 6, 8, and then another here, but I don't know if they've got a space for the stove. Yeah, they got the stove over there. So maybe needs a layout a little bit. So there's probably 8 to 10 feet of cabinets here needed. Let's see what else. There's a little dining area towards the back. There's the electrical panel. Good shot, Kyle. Man, that's awesome. Can't tell if it's a 200 amp panel or if it's a 100 amp panel. So we'll have to see what we can see. All right, so let's get some videos going here. Oops.
Street. It's a 3-bedroom, 1-bathroom home. Go over this way and see if we can get a good angle on the roof. The resident did tell me it's a newer roof and it looks like it's in pretty good condition.
Green. It's green. Couldn't fit past the table. Nice. You need to quit buying those tenderloins from Menards.
The dog on the front porch is not real sure about me, so we won't have a video of the front porch space.
This has all been cleaned out. It's got some newer windows
over here,
in.
some soffit needs to be replaced.
Yeah, there's some soffit issues. Windows are newer. You're gonna need to do some painting. Look at that little board there. You're gonna do some stuff there.
Let's see if I can go a little over on so you can get an angle on this side of the roof.
Gonna need some gutters. Yeah, gonna need gutters, gutter boards.
Window AC.
I mean, if you put in a furnace and AC, got soffit issues.
This window is broken.
Oof.
As is this one. There's no siding on that higher part of the back of the house there. And then
So yeah, so we got a little bit up here. We got to do some siding work here. Then this here, this was just whatever. They had some parts and pieces, so they did that. So that's going to need to be fixed. Maybe eliminate one of these doors here. Not sure why you would put 2 doors there. So I mean, obviously there's a little bit of
soffit again.
What's that board pushing up that light?
Backyard is partially fenced, kind of patched in with some doors back there instead of a gate. Yeah, a little
the siding behind that wheelbarrow. Right there, see the siding that's missing right there?
And there's kind of, you can't really see that side of the house from back here.
So that was the first video I got. And I only got 2 videos. Is there only 2 videos? So now we're inside. So this is the living room, obviously. It does look like it's got some decent click-lock flooring in there. They did some electrical work, but maybe they weren't. Yeah, I mean, a little bit of hodgepodge here and there. Cut the holes too big on the paneling.
Here's our first bedroom.
Got some ceiling issues up here. Princess bed. Supposedly there's a door here. Does that go to a closet? I don't know if that's a closet or if that's... Maybe it's a Jack and Jill closet. The other side's a bedroom and it's got closet.
That's just a
and that's the same
door
closet.
that's been removed. It's not showing up great on camera. And here's the closet. There's a bit too much stuff on that for me to really open it.
So if you got a couple boys or a couple girls, they can share a closet.
You see a couple holes in the door.
Okay. Yeah, no, that's the bathroom. So where does that door? So I gotta eliminate that extra door in the bathroom. That's kind of weird, isn't it? Yeah, so there's some minor weird stuff going on. Hodgepodge.
It feels pretty solid.
Probably.
Bedroom number 2.
That one doesn't look too bad. It's got drywall up. They did, I don't know if you can see it. They, so this is what they call orange peel. A lot of new construction does this on the walls. It's kind of a splatter pattern and they smooth it out. And it allows them to do less as far as drywall, you know, when they were doing the seams. They don't have to do as much prep work on that. They don't have to be as hardcore about making it, you know, perfect, because they're going to come through and this will hide a lot of that sort of stuff.
This is a closet, but also has attic access here.
Nice.
The camera doesn't really like that angle. But you can kind of see the roof. Looks like it's in pretty decent shape.
It's got newer decking up there. So the door's been removed, so they just need to do drywall work to finish it out? Or paneling, I guess. Replace the paneling there. In that one bedroom. There's paneling throughout, so makes me wonder. Well, here's our kitchen. Like I say, I think there's about 2 feet here. Then there's a 3 foot for the kitchen sink, and then probably another 3 foot cabinet there. So there's at least 8 feet here. If you put the stove back here, then you don't have to put that cabinet in. Might have to do some of this flooring in here. What was that? That's just a board. So this cabinets all need to be replaced. Okay, so they've got a flexible pipe here to make this match up. That's an S-trap. A lot of inspectors won't like that. They work all right. You got a P-trap, but a lot of people just don't like them. Needs a couple of lights. Looks like flooring in the
basement,
kitchen and dining room. Oh, you couldn't get down to the basement.
Got that closed up right now. So the basement is a dirt floor, and that's where the water heater is. There's no furnace in this house.
Third bedroom here. Not horrible. Can't tell if that's the same cruddy flooring. It looks like the same cruddy flooring that was in the kitchen and dining room. So if we're looking at the kitchen is kind of small. Okay, so that's an easy repair on the back bedroom when we're eliminating the door. So if we're replacing the flooring in here and the kitchen and the dining room, let's say this room is, it looks pretty small, 10 by 10. Let's say it's 12 by 12, it's 150 square feet, 144 square feet, 150. We'll round up because we'll have some trim. The kitchen is probably, let's say it's 15 by, I doubt it's 15 by 20. But it's probably, let's say it's 15 by 20. I think that's too high, but whatever. 15 times 10, so that's 300. So about 450 square feet times $3 a square foot. So it's about what, 12, 1350. Okay. And then interior repaint on some stuff. Now it's up to you guys whether you would repaint the paneling. If the paneling doesn't look horrible, I might not repaint it because it's kind of a lighter wooding and stuff like that. But you could always just come through and repaint it.
Bedroom number 3. Dining room space. Some additional kitchen cabinets here.
Ooh, there's the boss back there outside. All right, so let's see, what else do we guys got? We got interior repaint. Or would you repaint the 4 rooms? There's 2 bedrooms that need to be painted and kitchen and dining room. So so you could do it as cheap as probably like $600. And then if you repainted the whole house, you'd be looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 rooms. So probably, what is that, 1,050, something like that. Gonna have to install HVAC in here. You could probably do that for, if you just put in a furnace, didn't do AC, you could probably do the furnace for 1,300, 1,500. Probably 1,500, and then all the duct work you got to do. You're gonna have to cut some holes in the floors. Gosh, I would have hoped that I could get all that duct work done for $2,000. So let's say it's probably $3,500 to $6,000 if you added in central air. I don't know if you would add in central air on this house. You could do baseboard heat. If that's a 200 amp panel. Allie, do you remember if it's a 200 amp panel? And you could probably get that done for, because it's a full basement. So even though it's a dirt floor, it was pretty open from what I remember. I saw this a couple years ago. if you're in baseboard heat, you could probably, the baseboard heaters I think are about 60 bucks a piece, something like that. Let's look it up real quick. Oops. Anybody want to rent one of our houses? Let's see here. A 4-footer is 40 bucks. 6-footer is 50 bucks. 240 volt, probably around 240 volt. That's a little bit cheaper. So between 40 and 50 bucks a piece. And if you were going to do it, you would probably do them in 1, 2, 3 bedrooms. You do them in the kitchen and then the living room. So you're probably looking at, let's say you did like 6 of these heaters, right? There was plenty of room in the panel, as long as it's a 200 amp panel. So 6 of them, that's like 300 bucks a piece, 300 bucks plus the running the wire and all that sort of stuff. It's probably 12, 2 wiring. 12 gauge with ground. Probably going to get, let's get like a 250-foot roll. So 60 bucks. That's not bad. I mean, it's 70 bucks plus the, so you probably need a couple of those. So 150 there. So we're up to like $500 in that. And then breakers. So let's say 600 bucks there. Shouldn't take too long, maybe a day. So maybe 2 days. So let's just say you figure, so I mean, you should be able to run baseboard heaters for $1,000 into this place. 1,000, 1,500 by the time it's said and done. And if that's a 200 amp panel, then it shouldn't be too bad. I think that's a 200 amp panel. So hopefully if it's a 200 amp panel, let me put that in my notes. If it's 200 amp panel and it's been run properly, then you could get off a lot cheaper just by putting baseboard heat in, right? Okay, so miscellaneous, I'm gonna put in like about 500 bucks there, maybe. I think that this is definitely the way to do it. So all right, so let's see here. Let's do some addition. All right, 2,000 plus 2,000. So all right, so what I was thinking was it's going to need gutters. So I got some gutter boards that got to be replaced, and then the gutters got to be installed. And I think they're like, yeah, I want to say usually it's probably about 1,200 bucks is what I've been spending for gutters, but that price may have gone up because of COVID and all the other good stuff, the China wars. Anyways, so I'm gonna roughly guesstimate $2,000. Could probably be done for cheaper. Siding and soffits, I think about $2,000 would get you up to grade. Both of these might be a little high. Sliding side picture window, that one that was busted out, I'm gonna say it's probably about 600. To replace it. It might be cheaper because you could probably buy it straight from Maynard's for pretty inexpensively. I wonder how much a picture window would be. Anyways, other window repairs, probably 100 bucks because you could probably replace that window for 60 bucks, but you got travel time in between, so I'm figured 100 bucks with my whatchamacallit's going to do it. Or was that that may have been that one might be a little off. So I'm going to give a little flip. Eliminate the side door. I don't know why they put 2 side doors on it anyways. They should have just eliminated that. So let's just say that that's like 250. We're already doing a bunch of siding work, so that should be easily able to get just a few extra panels of whatchamacallit to get it done. Minor ceiling repairs throughout. We'll include that in our interior repaint. Yeah, we'll just add it in here now. So 250. Replace a couple of interior doors, at least one. I think there was a couple other ones that were missing, so I'm gonna put in like 250 for this. Eliminate extra door in bedroom. So you said the door was already missing, so it's gone. So basically we just need to panel over it. So we probably just need to put in a new panel. So I don't know, man. I mean, maybe $100. It's probably not going to be expensive because the paneling is probably 20 or $30, and then I can't imagine a contractor is going to charge me, anything crazy to just put a panel up, right? Assess the plumbing. I mean, I think it's probably okay, but we'll want to assess it. Finish out the attic access. So maybe 250. Minor flooring replacement, 1350. That's the one bedroom, and then the dining room and kitchen, sorry. And that's probably overkill there. Interior repaint, I would say it's between 600 and 1,050. I'm gonna probably say it's closer to 600 because I'm personally not planning on repainting that paneling. HVAC. So this is the big question. If we have a 200 amp panel and we're not going to go with AC, central air, then I would say let's put in baseboard heaters throughout. That'll definitely keep the house warm, toasty. It's a smaller house. Maybe you run what they call hot shots, which are outlets to windows, so that anybody buying it could have a direct connection for their window AC. So I think we can get all that done for about $1,500. I don't think it should be that bad. So I actually might want to do this as my primary, but I don't know if that panel is 200 amp or if the supply coming to the panel is actually 200 amp. Sometimes people put in a 200 amp panel, but the wires, they need to be a certain thickness to support 200 amp. Those wires may not be thick enough, right? The service coming from the pole may not be big enough. So it could be a 200 amp panel, but it may not be supplied with enough juice to be a 200 amp panel, if that makes sense. Miscellaneous $2,500. Is there anything else I would need? I don't think so. So let's add some stuff up here. 2,000 plus 2,000 plus 600 plus 100 plus 250 plus 250 plus 250 plus 100 plus 250 plus 1350 plus 1,050 plus 3,500 plus 2,500. It's about 14,200. So 17,000. Is that what we said? 17,040. Is that what I said? Yep. Okay. All right. So let's run some numbers on this bad boy. I'm still getting used to this calculator, or this new keyboard. What the heck, man? Come on. All right, so it's a 3-bedroom, 1-bath. Should be able to rent it for $750. There's no garage, there's no other goodies, so it's $750 a month probably. 8% vacancy rate. We're going to do a 10%. First year, we're going to do 10% for average repairs and maintenance. Counting and legal is, let's add another 2, then 10 for property management. The taxes on this property. I don't know it off the top of my head. Give me a second. We can go through the rest of this stuff here. So insurance on it should probably be about $550. Let's say 600. 600. Let's see here. If I sell it, I want to sell it for 25 grand. I don't know if it'll do it or not. We'll run the numbers on it. Give me a second here. Taxes on this bad boy. Woo! Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. $269 a year. All right. So, right now, okay, so that's if I sell it for 24 and then we did the rehab for you, so it's 14,040. Is that what I said? What did I say? 17,040. Wrong. 17,040, 4204, probably $1,000 for closing costs. So it's a 12.62% cap rate. That's not bad. I don't think it's bad. Not bad at all. So, and so your cash flow will be 452.58 a month. Maybe I'll just keep it and I'll fix it up. It's not the greatest neighborhood though. So I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. We dropped it to that 14.28%. All right, so let's say, all right, let's do it a different way. Let's say we do it here, 25, right? Okay, so let's do financial calculator on this bad boy. Give me a sec. Let's say you buy it, you update it, and then you sell it on contract to somebody, right? So let's say you sell it for, I mean, that area, you could probably, if you found a ready, willing, and able buyer, they're probably going to pay 65 for it. So let's say you sold it for 65,000, right? You did it at 8% interest, right? Over, I would do 15 years, so 180 months, right? So their payment is 621.17, right? Taxes and insurance, taxes on that thing are 269. So we already figured that out. So 269 a year is 2242. So that's that. And then insurance is probably 50 bucks a month. That's on the property itself. So about $75 a month, something like that. So if you added it up to 100, it'd be 750 is what, you could easily do rent to own. You'll own it in 15 years and it's 750 a month, right? That's not bad. So what would you make? Let's see here. Hold on a second. True value money calculator. If you sold it for 65,000, 8% interest, 180 months, right? Calculate 621.17. All right. Of course I put in the wrong version. Wait a minute. Why isn't this? Oh, that was. Did I screw it up? I did screw it up. 65,000. Oh, actually, they would probably put like 3,000 down. So 62,000. 8% a year. 15 years. Calculate. 8%, 15 years. Oh, 62,000. That's why the number dropped. So 592.50 plus you could add $100 on there for taxes and insurance. So you could actually even drop the rent to 700 a month, and you get 592. So you would definitely pay your mortgage payment, or their mortgage payment would be paid out of that to you, and then they would also get taxes and insurance paid out of that. So you can make sure that stuff's getting done. They would have to have their own renter's insurance. So neither here nor there, but they would have to do that no matter what. So $62,000 loan, they put $3,000 down, 8% interest, 15 years. That would mean that over the 15 years, they would have paid you 106,650. So the interest would have been 44,650. Now, if they paid it off early, who cares, right? You're into this property for 43,040, and you can get it sold off. Now, even if you sold it for, let's just say you sold it for 55, right? So you sold it for, so they give you 3,000 down, 52,000, 8% interest for 15 years. Calculate it. Their payment's 496.94, so 500 bucks plus another 100 for taxes and insurance. You're at 600 bucks a month, right? So the total that they would pay you over the term of the loan would be about almost $90,000, 89,942. You're into it for 43, right? So that's a pretty good doggone return, right? So, you know, that would be if you held a note. So that's another interesting idea that you could do with this one. I may keep it and do that. I don't know. I'll have to think about it. All right. If you guys have any questions, any comments, leave them below. I'm happy to answer them. If you like the video, click like. If not, who cares? All right. I am going to go out and deliver a trailer and tank to my bank and do some locking up on that bad boy. Anyways, like I said, if you've got questions, comments, leave them below. I'll see you guys later. Thanks for showing up.